Hello everyone, it's the Venomorph. My puppy is whining like crazy because she's in the kennel, and welcome to one of the first episodes I will ever do on Doom news. Doom has a very special place in my heart. It's a first-person shooter game that honestly has grown on me ever since the remake of Doom 2016. Originally, when I heard the name of Doom, I didn't necessarily know what to think of the game. Didn't really understand it, but Doom 2016 definitely opened my eyes and welcomed me into this universe that is completely insane and badass. And Doom Eternal does nothing more than enhance that feeling and just make you feel like an utter god amongst demons of hell. Like, it feels totally breathtaking. And Universal seems to want to take that into the film and cinematic universe direction. They've already tried it twice. They tried it once with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, which, honestly, that movie is a 50-50 for me. I think it was a good movie in general, but in terms of it trying to be a Doom movie, it was a pretty trash movie. And then Doom Annihilation, which was just god-awful. Not even going to go into my feelings on that movie, just know that it was really, really, really bad. And now they're going to try again with this movie. Yes, the thumbnail and the title of the video are not clickbait. They are literally trying to seek out John Cena to play the leading role in a new Doom movie. Now, this new Doom movie is not going to be some B movie or really weak effects like the original Doom movie or the straight to DVD release Doom Annihilation. This is going to be a theatrical release film. This is going to be a big budget movie. And John Cena, honestly, visually, I could see him as a potential Doomslayer. He looks like the Doomslayer just by staring at him. If you literally have seen him in his old wrestling days, if you've seen him acting now, you could totally see him as a Doomslayer. And honestly, now that he's part of that The Suicide Squad movie by James Gunn, I believe, as the Peacekeeper, I believe that he can honestly play a Doomslayer role, or use that as his audition to play the Doomslayer. And depending on how he plays that role, could define how he plays the Doomslayer. Now, there are a few characteristics about the Doomslayer that are really complex and interesting that I would love to see in a film format. For example, the Doomslayer never talks. The only time he's ever talked was in Doom Eternal, and those were during flashback scenes from how many eons ago. Throughout the game, throughout the present timeline of Doom Eternal, he doesn't say a word. Doomslayer is a silent protagonist, which means that the movie would have to find some sort of way of either creating dialogue where there isn't any, or making it so the Doomslayer, while being silent, has very expressive body language, which is kind of what Doom Eternal does. Doom Eternal definitely, during its cutscenes and everything, where the Doomslayer should talk but doesn't say anything, presents a lot of intimidating body language in order to basically explain how the Doomslayer is thinking and feeling at the time without even using words. It's a very genius art style, and I feel like if that was used in a film, that would be even better. Another thing that needs to be required is at least one scene that's hardcore Henry style, that's first person only. It has to be nothing but pure nostalgia for anyone watching the film. They tried to do that in the Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson Doom movie, and it sort of worked. That was the one scene that people actually got behind in that movie. The rest of the movie nobody liked, and it's because of that I feel like if there's at least one scene in this big movie that has some sort of style like that, all the fans will be happy right away. The last thing that I think that the Doom movie needs, if they're really going to cast John Cena for this, it needs to be rated R, and it needs to not hold back a punch. The thing about Doom is a mature 17+ game. It is making sure that it's not adult only and not holding any content that's completely raunchy and wrong, but it is probably the most gory and violent video game of all time. So, taking a look at a movie like that, the lightest you can go on a movie rating is rated R. If you dare try to tamper with the fact that, like, if you try to make it PG-13 or something, you're just out of your mind. You're sacrificing so much visibility and content in a Doom film just because you want a broader audience to watch your movie. And none of the fans are going to be happy about that at all. So they have to make the film rated R. And something that I just remembered and realized that really needs to happen is the story needs to either tie in or be a live action interpretation of Doom Eternal's storyline. If you look at the games from 1993, the original Doom games were relatively blank. Like, they were definitely just runner-gunner games, running around, shooting demons, having fun, total badass. Like it was definitely one of those games that made you feel powerful. However, what it did to present epic gameplay, it sacrificed in story. The original games didn't do much to spread story. Like, in between missions, it would give a sort of epilogue or introduction as to what's going on, but it wouldn't explain it in full detail. And Doom Eternal and Doom 2016 have invented a story that not only ties in these games together, like Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal as the sequel to 2016, but it also ties in the original games as that part of continuity. So, if they do make a Doom film with John Cena in it, it has to be part of the original storyline created by these remakes. Because the story is ever growing. The Ancient Gods Part 1 DLC comes out October 20th, so we should learn a lot more about either the Doomslayer's past or just the realm of Urdak in general, now that we know that Vega is the father and Samuel Hayden is Samir Maker, which definitely was confirmed by that reveal trailer. Like, how can you not see Samuel Hayden in that Maker without the blue glow? Like, honestly, that blue glow signifies that Samuel Hayden was once a Maker, or at least was made with Maker technology in some way, which is what they mentioned in the game. The game did say that his technology was all alien, and that he works well with the ship because the ship is mostly Maker energy. So there's a lot of stuff hinting towards Samuel Hayden being Samir Maker, but I'll get into that in some sort of other video or something. But this video was basically just to give you guys the rundown and explain to you the Doom movie that will be coming out in the future. I won't say soon. I have no idea where this is production-wise. And honestly, with how bad the Doom movies have bombed in the past, I would not be surprised if, like, they started production on this and were like, you know what? The other two didn't do so good, let's just scrap this idea. I would not be surprised if they did that. However, I do feel like third time is the charm, and I feel like them trying to cast John Cena to play the Doomslayer is one of the most perfect casting roles I've ever seen in film adaptations. Like, sure, Michael Fassbender played a good Altair / Ezio / whoever he played in that movie that represented his character in the games, but he isn't an exact match or anything like that. And technically, no one is an exact match unless you do some massive plastic surgery to look exactly like your video game character. But in our current situation, John Cena is the closest looking human being alive to the Doomslayer. So hopefully, this is a good sign that Universal has woken up and found a way to make a video game movie that appeases the fans and expands the lore of something that has eventually developed into something gorgeous and expansive and honestly intriguing. Like, I am never going to stop playing Doom after Doom Eternal. Doom Eternal introduced such a massive universe that I don't even care if it's like Doom 8 after Doom Eternal. As long as it's part of the Doom Eternal storyline, I will buy those games and I will play those games till the end, because their stories are just unbelievably phenomenal. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Would you think John Cena would be a really good role for the Doomslayer, or would you rather some other actor? Please let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell for more videos like these. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!